everyone. You know what? It is Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday. How are you today? Tell me about your Wednesday. What are you and especially you grateful for this Wednesday? That is what we want to know. I want to know what's happening in your world and what you are grateful for on this Wednesday, the 28th of July. Can't believe it. I had to double check the Enterprise Bank calendar. It is the 28th of July. Whoop, whoop. What is happening in your world? Hey, Kelly, just finished Crazy Yoga. Crazy Yoga. Well, it's continuing. We got a yoga. We got a jazzercise. I don't know what we're doing. We got a sweat to the oldies now, Kelly. It is great to have you with us, Kelly. Great to have you with us. After Crazy Yoga. I can't do regular yoga. I don't even know about Crazy Yoga. Crazy Yoga. I'm proud of you, though, Kelly, for doing it. I am proud of you for getting out there and saying, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let it sit on the sidelines. I'm in it. I'm doing it. You are a superwoman. You are a superwoman. And it is great to have you here tonight on the 28th of July. You know what else it is, Kelly? And you've done it. It is hump day. We are making it over the hump, people. We are on this final week in July, week 71, 72. You are making it over the hump. You are amazing. You are awesome. Awesome, I tell you. That's what I'm telling you. You and especially you are awesome. Yes, you are. Jennifer's with us. How's things in Florida, Jennifer? Great to have you with us today on the 28th of July, this hump day, Wednesday this week. So excited to have you here. So excited to have you here on this Wednesday. Evening yoga is another way to do Self-Care Sunday, Kelly. Evening yoga. You do it many nights a week, and that is another way to do it. Hey, Rose, great to have you here. Well, I'm sorry you got a nasty message on requiring masks, but I get it. And you are in a hot zone there in Florida. You are in a hot zone. And you're doing what's right to protect your customers, your community, and you. Evening, Michelle. Great to have you here tonight. So excited to have you here tonight. We're going to talk a little bit more about that tonight because there's been additional developments or things I just got to keep you on the loop on. But I saw your post today, Rose, and I thought that was great. You know, you were right up front with it. I saw your post. Well, let's get started on this hump day here because we got a lot to get through. We start every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight, if you're following along in the book, we're on page 74. Good morning. Get after what you want. Leave excuses on the side of the road. Don't you feel lighter? There you go. Kelly's leaving excuses on the side of the road as she gets out there and does her yoga. No excuse Kelly out there yogaing. I can Richard Simmons, I guess. Sweating to the oldies. Sweating to the oldies. What do I know? What do I know? I did get a lot of walking in today. I like this quote from Simon today. Profit comes as a result of being good at what we do. Trust comes as a result of being good at why we do it. Profit comes as a result of being good at what we do. Trust comes as a result of being good at why we do it. Hey, Kitty, great to have you here. Great to have you here. Thrilled to have you here live tonight. I hope you had a great day. Hey, you know, Kelly, you're getting out there and doing it. You got nothing, no egg on your face. But do you know what today is? You can get a reward now, because do you know what today is? Today is, well, I can give you a chance to say, do you know what today is? Do you know what today is? You're the bad student that can't bend. I just saw the other night, you know, Kelly, the episode of Friends where Monica's credit card gets stolen, and she chases down the person who stole her credit card, signed up for dance lessons. And so she signed up for dance lessons. She signs up for dance lessons. No, Kelly, it is not 500 episodes today. Not today. Today is National Chocolate Day. National Milk Chocolate Day is today. That's what today is. National Milk Chocolate Day. Hey, Kelly, you know, you try to go to the head of the class and you just bend a little. Hey, Kitty's in a red zone and is having her employees wear masks again. And I understand them not being happy. Quite honestly, the whole messaging is terrible. The CDC needs to hire a PR company. So let's get into it tonight, because I've had continued calls all about this today. So let's get into COVID and masks and the whole thing. Yes, Kelly, chocolate is better. Chocolate is better. National Milk Chocolate Day. COVID and masks, you got to do what's right for you. The messaging from the CDC is awful. Okay, the messaging is awful. It is overly technical. It is, you know, high spread areas. What defines a high spread? How do you spread? You know, it's just terrible messaging. And ultimately, it's better in high vaccination areas, but even that can be skewed. So, for example, here in Massachusetts, we have Cape Cod, you know, the land of the Kennedys and such, and Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket and all that. And the Cape and the islands, the actual population that lives there is highly vaccinated. But they're in a red zone because all the people that are visiting aren't. Okay, so they're in a hot zone. You know, and you're asking people to interpret color-coded maps with specks of good colors surrounded by specks of bad colors. You got to do what's right for you. You are the governor. You got to do what's right for your stores and to protect your staff, your community, and your staff, your community, your customers. You know, the virus is real. The virus is real. Okay, you can't run away from it. Okay, which brings us to several things. So, what is the COVID protocols? Last night I reminded you, okay, that, you know, people are letting their guard down. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle, it's treat time. People are letting their guard down with COVID because things have been getting better. But, you know, you need to be doing the self-screening questionnaire every day. You need to remind your employees if they're feeling off, if they're feeling that scratch in their throat, if they're experiencing chills, if they're having any symptoms, they're having that runny nose, any symptoms, go get checked. But more importantly than getting checked first is don't come to work. Don't come to work if you are experiencing any of those symptoms. Okay, do not come to work. Don't write it off as just nothing. And that is what people have been doing. That is what people have been doing. They've been writing it off as nothing. You can't write this off as nothing. And so we have to raise our guard and remind people that when they are feeling this, they need to not come to work. That is first and foremost. Do not come to work. Okay, that is the most important thing, so that we don't spread it to their coworkers, to your customers, to your community. Okay, do not come to work. That is first and foremost. Then get tested. That would be the next step. Okay, it is testing is readily available everywhere. Okay, it's actually slightly less than vaccine availability right now, but it is readily available anywhere you can get tested. Okay, that is important. And for in most areas, I'd avoid the dock in the boxes or charging, $100 to $200 for the test at the dock in the boxes, whereas your pharmacies and your hospitals are not charging for it. Okay, and they're either billing insurance for it or they're not charging you as part of it. So there are free test areas everywhere in every community. Contact your local health department. If you are unaware of where an employee can get a free test, okay, contact your local health department, okay, to find out where in your community they can get a free COVID test. There are free tests available nationwide. Okay, there's no reason at this point for people to get robbed, highway robbery on getting the test done. The results are coming back quickly. It's just more important to keep them out of your workplace if they're experiencing any symptoms. I can't stress that enough. People are letting their guard down. They're thinking, it's just nothing. I'm a little achy today. I'm a little achy. Maybe I slept wrong. Maybe whatever. It's just kind of achy. Don't come to work, achy. Don't come to work. It's not the yoga, Kelly. It's not necessarily the yoga. It's not necessarily the yoga that's making you feel achy. Okay? If you are having anything different, do not come to work. That's number one. Okay? Fear of the virus. Fear of the virus is, again, not a reason not to come to work. Okay? So as outbreaks are happening, okay, we're having this issue pop up again. And again, this is a refresher for everybody. Everybody needs this, okay? I wouldn't be getting the calls from the people that I'm getting them from if you all didn't need to hear what I'm having to say. So fear of the virus isn't a reason not to come to work. Fear of bringing home the virus to somebody that might not be vaccinated or might be in a higher risk group is not a reason not to come to work. Okay? Those are not acceptable reasons. We are broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube tonight. Any problems with Facebook, you can hop right on over to YouTube where Cassandra's got the link in the show comments. Thank you. That is not a reason not to come to work. You still have to come to work if you are not feeling it, okay? Or are you worried about it? Or I want to quarantine because I was near Sally who now is out with it. Well, that's actually not a reason. And it's not even a reason to get tested if you have no symptoms. Okay? Under the current guidance, okay? That is not a reason to not come to work. It's not a reason to get tested. But as soon as you have a symptom, it is a reason to get tested. Okay, so you can't say I'm going to self-quarantine for 10 days because I was near Sally. My workstation is near Sally, or I worked the same day that Sally worked, and I used the bathroom and she used the bathroom. So I can't work. I have to stay home for 10 days. Not a valid reason to stay home. It is completely not a valid excuse to stay home. Okay, they can go get tested, but only testing places are only doing it after you have a symptom. Okay, you have to have symptoms to get tested or pay for it out of pocket. Okay, there's lots of people that'll take your money for it if you have no symptoms. So that is incredibly important with this. Okay, so know that. Also know that for all those that are watching this that have under 100 employees, okay, I know I have a couple larger companies that are regular viewers, but you can pay your people who actually have COVID to be home, okay, up to 80 hours over 2 weeks. Their scheduled shifts up to 80 hours over 2 weeks. And you can claim that on your quarterly 941 taxes as COVID pay, and you will get reimbursed by the government. That's okay. Okay, that is okay. Okay, this is not an out-of-pocket expense. It is, and this is available to you through September 30th. This sunsets on September 30th. Why? Because vaccines are widely available. The COVID issues are existing because people aren't vaccinated. So under the current rules, you can pay people until September 30th, okay, for between now and September 30th, anybody that gets COVID, okay, you can pay them for 2 weeks for being out of work, up to 80 hours over those 2 weeks. And the current isolation period is 10 days. So that is the current rules, okay? And it's important to know them and understand them, okay? Because COVID is still out there. COVID is still in charge of the economy. Things are getting better. Things are markedly better, okay? They are tremendously better, but it is still out there. And so I am hearing from more stores every day, oh my God, what do I do? Okay, it's really more like, oh my God, what do I do? But it is, oh my God, what do I do? Kind of like when Kelly stretches wrong in yoga. Oh my God. No, I'm just picking on you, Kelly. I'm jealous. I'm proud of you for doing the yoga. But that is the rules. Play by them, and whatever you do with them, whatever you do with your team, whatever you do, be consistent. Don't do one thing for Sally and another thing for Susie. Be consistent in this, okay? You want to be consistent. What are the big guys doing? The big guys are quiet right now. Oh, the YouTube videos of you doing yoga, Kelly. I'm just saying. The big guys, all the big retailers that have dropped the mask mandates are being very quiet on the current discussion. As of right now, today, that doesn't mean tomorrow because they're still the governor of their store. They are still the governor. The president of Costco is the governor of a lot of Costco's, okay? All across this country. And right now, today, Costco, Target, Walmart, Starbucks are all quiet on the CDC's new guidance. And they're quiet on it because it's incredibly complicated and vague. Incredibly complicated and vague. So know that they are being intentionally quiet on it. I wish that at the top we were more clear. I know that these scientists and the people that work for the CDC and for the government are incredibly bright people, but they don't know how to market squat. Okay? They don't know how to sell the American people on what they're trying to do. And so it is incredibly hard. And Rose, especially in different areas of the country, as you know, people are being threatened. They're frontline workers. It's been incredibly difficult to be in a customer-facing role throughout this pandemic. So I don't fault them for it. I fault the CDC, the government. You are, but you were the bad guy before. You were the good bad guy before, and you're doing what's right. The other guys, it is so hard to craft this policy, especially when the policies that they're having to enforce on a national basis with these stores. And I've had meetings with these stores, okay, who are talking about it. They have stores 5 miles away from each other and two totally different sets of rules based on the county that they're in. And it's creating a tremendously hard impact on everyone. The answer is for us to encourage more vaccinations. It's to encourage where we're, to move forward with this and to tell the stories and to, they need a PR machine. Right. And talking about how businesses are affected, it is very important. There was a business up here that closed for a day of kindness, actually. They to be kind to their staff because they were in a resort area and they'd been so beat up. They were on Cape Cod and they had gotten so beat up, and so they closed for a day just to treat their team well. Okay, you don't have to treat people badly. You just have to be respectful. Customers need to be respectful. But it is very hard to do, especially with the ever-changing guidance, and it's very, very inconsistent. So, I call on the government to get a celebrity stylist to do Fauci's hair. Okay, to get a PR firm in to dust this up and change the message. It's a very scientific message. It is a very convoluted message the way they're delivering it. I understand it. I really do. Okay, and I'm actually, today I had a discussion, with a company that's actually designing things for the moon, to be on the moon. Okay, vehicles and how they will all communicate. And I'm like, I understand about this much of it. You're going to have drones doing this, and all the drones are going to talk to each other on the freaking moon. And he's getting paid to do this. He's got the whole company. He's employing lots of people to do this. And I'm like, I understand about this much of it, but I think what you're doing is incredibly cool. And to think he started out programming Roomba vacuums. But that's incredibly cool. And so the science behind this, if you're a science geek, some of the science behind the transmission and everything of COVID is actually pretty interesting. If you're a health and science geek, but you can't convince the American people to do this. You need a PR agency. You need to understand how you do PR and how you sell things. And, the CDC's message is actually lost on the back. The only people they're getting through to, the way they described it, is the vaccinated. Okay, the vaccinated. You take somebody like Kitty, who I'm 99% sure is vaccinated. Okay, I don't. Okay, and she's having all her staff wear masks. You take somebody like yourself, Rose, who's vaccinated, and they're going to wear masks. So the people that least need to wear a mask, the people that at least protects, okay, when you dig through all the science, the people that at least protects, and this is conversations I've already had, okay, this is happening at high levels. These conversations is the people you've scared to wear a mask are the ones that least need it, okay? So that's part of the problem. They know this. But we need Elvis. I agree with you, Kitty. Elvis would be awesome. Okay, I mean, what was his? He stopped polio or something, right? What was the one he got the shot of, and fixed it? But yes, we need that kind of PR. We need that kind of PR to get the shots in people's arms. Because the message that's from yesterday is making the people that least need to wear a mask again. I was in a place today that I had to wear I had to wear a surgical mask. I was in a place today that I had to not wear my cloth mask, and I always have my cloth mask on me. I was in a place I had to wear a surgical mask and wear a face shield. So I had to do both, and I've never done the face shield thing. It was totally messing me up. I'm like, my eyes, vision, everything was totally messing me up when I had to do that. Oh, so I was right, polio. Right, it convinced people to get polio, to get the shot for polio, and we've eradicated that. We can knock this out in this country. We have the capability. We have the vaccines. We just need the willingness. Ooh, John Wayne, I mean, we can make this happen. We can make this happen. Okay, we gotta clean up the message. We gotta clean up the message and demystify it. Okay, it's not this, mRNA and this kind of thing. That's all BS. That's all mumbo jumbo. It just is, and I don't mean to. I'm not trying to minimize the science behind all this, because the science is amazing. The fact that we have these vaccines so quickly, that they're so effective, is just amazing. Okay, I don't want to minimize that, but selling the science. Ooh, science is sexy. Okay, selling science is sexy. They are doing a terrible job of that. A terrible job. Okay, and we need to do a better job. And until they do that, you're not going to get this last bunch of people over the hump, I'm afraid. So, but understand that, and understand that whatever you're doing in your store is right for you and right for your community and right today. Rose, what did you get? I won't. Well, I guess I won't be shopping in your store any longer. Figured most people knew what is really happening. You need to stop watching TV and accepting the COVID grant hush money. Do some research. Countries ordered test kits in 2018, and the CDC pulled their use of the PCR test kit quietly. Sounds like they're watching too much TV. They do this every 100 years on purpose. I love that part of the email. I'm like, the government does this every 100 years. This person's really smart. Okay, I don't wish COVID on anybody. I don't wish it on anybody. But that's really nuts, Rose. I'm sorry that you're getting some of the nuts police. And no, it's not shame on you. You are doing what's right for your community, for your store, for your family. Okay, you are doing what's right. Okay, and I respect you for that. I am proud of you for it. You are doing what's right for your community. Yes, the Kardashians would be great promoters of the vaccine. Okay. You know what keeps my selfie in selfie style is getting a shot. Getting a shot. Karma will take care of them. Just brush it off, Rose. Just brush it off. Yeah. Don't let the one person drag you down, Rose. Don't let the one person drag you down. You've got this. You have got this. I am proud of you. You've got this. Okay. The other thing I've got to talk about briefly tonight, and we will get back to hiring people. We will. I promise you that. But this week, COVID, this is important stuff. It's important for you. It's important for your business. And with the calls I'm getting, I know that others are sitting there wondering. I can't ask. I'm embarrassed to ask. I don't want to know, what will Neil think of me if I ask to wear masks, or if I tell him about my employees that have COVID, or whatever. This is why I'm talking about it, because it is incredibly important. Incredibly important. And so I know you need this. You need the hiring stuff too, but we will get back to that. We will, I promise you that. This was my newsletter article. I lose track. Kitty, you know I lose track of what I wrote this month because I'm trying to write them in advance. Although this was not one that I wrote in advance, but I you know me, I do my thing and I move on to the next thing. I do my thing and I move on to the next thing. And it's like, what did I do just 5 minutes ago? What did I do? The other thing happened, quick government thing tonight, is the SBA has announced that they will make their PPP forgiveness portal, the one that you can go to instead of going to your bank, that you can go directly to the SBA, that portal will go live on August 4th for loans $150,000 or smaller. You know, I'm still hopeful that many of you will do it through your bank and get it done. But that portal will go live August 4th. I will have more information as it becomes available. But I did get that from our friends at the SBA today. I did pick up on that today. So know you are doing the right thing for your business, that you are the governor. The governoress. The governoress? Is that a thing? You are that person. You are a leader. You are the leader. Okay? And you are amazing. You are amazing. Don't ever forget that. You know what else you shouldn't forget? Is this video. Everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about, including all the files, links, references, goes over to narts.org/resalestrong. By noon the next day, including that employee self-screening questionnaire. It's over there, narts.org/resalestrong, including a direct link to these videos and the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell. Ring that bell so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. We're going to help everybody make it to the other side. Yes, we are. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish live in the Narts private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. Have you done it yet? Have you? Have you? What about you? Have you registered for the Narts virtual conference yet? What are you waiting for? Sunday is coming, people. Sunday is coming. It is coming fast and furious. Get registered. Narts.org. It's got all the info. It's right there. Don't forget it. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight, we're on page 74. If you were not here at the top of the program, our good morning today is good morning. Get after what you want. Leave excuses on the side of the road. Don't you feel lighter? Our good night tonight is good night. We're closer than when we started. Yes, we are. Nothing but open road ahead. Let's go. There's your graphics, folks. There is your graphics. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at More 8 Than Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's time for dinner.